Attention Pi network holders, Pi just broke through a critical resistance level at $0.361 with a massive 3% surge. And if you don't understand what this means for the next 48 hours, you could miss the biggest opportunity this year. You know what? I'm about to show you exactly why this breakout could send Pi straight to $0.3836. That's a potential 6% gain that most people are completely sleeping on right now. The technical setup I'm seeing hasn't been this bullish since the early mining days, and the timing couldn't be more perfect. Listen, I get it. The hype has died down. People aren't searching for Pi news like they used to, and you're probably wondering if you wasted your time mining. But that's exactly why you need to stick with me for the next few minutes, because I'm about to show you something that most people are completely missing. And hey, if you want the full breakdown and daily updates, make sure you're following my Telegram and Facebook pages. Those links are right there in the description. You know what? That's where I share the real insider stuff that doesn't make it into these videos. Okay, let's talk about what actually happened this week that has me genuinely excited for the first time in months. After 7 straight days of boring sideways movement that had everyone checking out mentally, Pi suddenly jumped over 3% on Friday. Now you might think 3% isn't much, but you know what this tells me? The market was just holding its breath, and now it's starting to exhale in our favor. Honestly, I've seen this pattern so many times before. The calm before the storm always looks exactly like this. Here's where things get really interesting. And I'm going to be completely honest with you about what I'm seeing on the charts. Pi is literally sitting right at the edge of what we call a falling channel pattern. Think of it like a ball bouncing around inside a narrow hallway. It keeps hitting the ceiling and the floor. Right now, we're testing that ceiling at $0.361. And you know what happens if we break through? All hell breaks loose in the best possible way. My gut feeling? We're about to see that breakout within the next 48 to 72 hours, and when it happens, $0.3836 becomes our next target. That's where I'll be taking some profits if you're asking. But let me show you why I'm so confident about this setup. The technical indicators are telling a story that most people aren't paying attention to. The MACD, and don't worry, I'll keep this simple, is basically showing us that buying pressure is building up like water behind a dam. The signal line is trending upward steadily, which means momentum is on our side. Meanwhile, the RSI has climbed back to that sweet spot around 50, showing that we're not overbought, but we're definitely not oversold anymore. Look, I've been doing this for years, and when all these indicators line up like this, something big usually happens. I'm not saying it's guaranteed, but the probability is definitely in our favor. Now, here's the part that might worry some of you, but I think it's actually setting us up for something bigger. Over the last 24 hours, about 2.01 million Pi tokens have been deposited into centralized exchanges. Yeah, that sounds bad at first. It means some people are moving their tokens to sell. But you know what this reminds me of? Every major crypto run I've witnessed always starts when everyone else is throwing in the towel. In my experience, when the weak hands are shaking out their positions, that's when the real move begins. I've seen Bitcoin, Ethereum, and countless other tokens do exactly this dance before exploding upward. Here's what I'm watching like a hawk over the next few days. That $0.361 level is everything right now. It isn't just another number on the chart. It's a key line that traders and long-term holders alike are watching closely. If the price can hold above that level and close with solid volume, it would confirm that buyers have taken control of the market, which could set off a chain reaction across the entire Pi network community. A convincing breakout here would likely draw in new participants, spark fresh discussions on social channels, and even encourage hesitant investors to reevaluate their stance. On the flip side, failing to maintain momentum above $0.361 could signal that sellers still have the upper hand, meaning a retest of lower support zones remains possible. But if we fail and fall back, yeah, we might test that August low at $0.322 again. Personally, I think we break higher. The setup is just too clean, and the timing feels right. But I'm keeping my stop loss ready just in case, because the market doesn't care about our feelings. You know what's really fascinating about this moment? While everyone's losing hope and the YouTube searches are dropping, the actual price action is setting up for potentially the best opportunity we've had all year. This is classic contrarian investing. When everyone's bearish, that's often when the biggest moves happen in the opposite direction. I've been through enough market cycles to know that the best opportunities always come when nobody's paying attention. Right now, that's exactly where we are with Pi Network. Listen, I know some of you are probably thinking, here's another YouTuber pumping hopium. But you know what? I'm putting my money where my mouth is. I've been adding to my pie position during this consolidation phase because I genuinely believe we're at the beginning of something significant. My honest opinion, the next 2 weeks will either validate everything I just explained or prove me completely wrong. But based on what I'm seeing, I'd rather be positioned for the upside than sitting on the sidelines wishing I'd acted. If this breakdown helped you see Pi Network from a fresh angle, do me a big favor and hit that like button. It's a small gesture, but it really helps the channel grow and lets me know these updates are making a difference for you. When you engage with the content, it signals that the community wants more honest conversations about what's really happening with Pi. Every like, comment, or share tells me this space matters to you, and it keeps me motivated to dig deeper, share insights, and tackle the questions everyone's thinking about. So if you find value in these updates, take a second to show some support. It's one of the best ways to keep the discussion alive and push the conversation forward. Another way you can make an impact is by sharing this video with other Pi holders who might be feeling unsure or losing faith right now. A lot of people don't have access to clear, balanced analysis, and your share might give them the insight they need to stay informed instead of just reacting to the noise. The more of us who keep the discussion healthy and informed, the stronger this community becomes, creating a space where everyone feels welcome to share insights, ask questions, and grow together. That's why I want to hear from you. Whether it's your thoughts on the latest updates, your own predictions, or just how you're feeling about where things are headed, your voice matters and helps shape the conversation for all of us. Drop a comment below and tell me, are you buying this dip, or are you waiting for more confirmation before making a move? I read every single message, and I'll personally respond to as many as I can. Your feedback helps shape the kind of content I create next, and it keeps this space alive with real conversation instead of speculation. Don't forget to subscribe because, honestly, the next few weeks are going to be wild for Pi Network, and you don't want to miss any of the updates. You know what subscribers get? Early access to my analysis, plus I often share my actual trades and positions before I talk about them publicly. Trust me, having the right information at the right time has made all the difference in my trading career, and I want the same for you. Make sure you're following my Telegram and Facebook pages because that's where the real community is building. We discuss every price movement, share insights, and honestly, it's where I spend most of my time helping people navigate these markets. You know what the best part is? It's completely free, and you get direct access to me whenever you have questions. My final thought: whether you believe in this technical setup or not, at least now you have the information to make an informed decision. The opportunity is there. What you do with it is completely up to you.